Welcome to the channel, I'm Hayes. I talk movies all day, sometimes I'll talk about games, so subscribe right now if you want to be entertained. And today, I want to talk about Army of the Dead, the new film by Zack Snyder, just got released on Netflix, starring Dave Bautista. So yeah, let's talk about this, because I got a few things to say. Now, I'm not going to get too much into spoilers and plot details and all that kind of stuff just yet, but I might still say some things that you might not want to hear if you haven't already seen the movie, so just bear that in mind, okay? So Army of the Dead is what you'd call a horror action movie with more emphasis on the action than the horror. I'd say about 50% action, 30% horror, 18% drama, and about 2% rom-com. And overall I'd say it works pretty well, but there were a few things that didn't quite work for me. Like in the beginning, there's a scene where you saw these naked zombie ladies attacking this guy. I get that's supposed to show how Las Vegas became overrun, but it was kind of like, I don't need to see no zombie titties to get that message, you know what I mean? And look, I'm sure it was fun for that guy to film that scene, but as far as the movie goes, there was no real reason for any of them to be naked. It just felt like something that filmmakers do for no other reason than they can. And yeah, maybe in my younger days I would have been like, oh, this is awesome. Now I'm looking at it like, that's a Me Too case waiting to happen. But whatever, small scene, doesn't really matter. Also felt like their motivations just weren't that interesting. I mean, yeah, I get it, it's a lot of money. But apart from Scott and Geeta, we don't really know why they need that money. And in the case of Scott, the potential payout was way more than he actually needed. So now I'm thinking, surely there's other ways you can get the money you need, and sure it won't be 15 million, but it'll still be enough for what you want to do. And it wouldn't involve risking your life and the lives of people around you, so maybe explore those options? And in the case of Geeta, it's like, yeah, I get she wants to get her children out of the camp. I just felt like there wasn't really enough emphasis on that for me to really care. And then by the time it gets to the end, it's just kind of like, okay, I guess that's that, I suppose. But like I said, overall I think it did a lot right. It has some really cool action sequences, especially some of the fight scenes. Like the fight scene with Chambers and the zombies, that was badass. Chambers stole it for me. That scene was, And that fight scene with Scott and the zombies when he's getting into all the hand-to-hand combat stuff, I was kind of hoping that will bust out a Batista bomb, but oh well. But he's running for the casino and shooting at all of them, yeah, that was pretty cool. Also like just the general story, like instead of the whole world being overrun by zombies, it's really just contained to this one city, Las Vegas. It's actually not that dissimilar to what they did with Escape from New York. I mean, one of them has all these brainless creatures running around this walled-off city, and then the other one is Army of the Dead. Actually, to be fair, I haven't seen Escape from New York for a good while now, so maybe my memory's a little bit faded, but I do seem to remember some organization amongst the inmates going on there as well, so perhaps there is some inspiration going on. But anyway, I do think there's room for exploration into what exactly happened or what happens next should they choose to do so. That definitely leaves a few things unanswered. And this is where I get just a little bit spoilery, so if you'd rather not hear what I'm about to say, then skip to this part of the video. We good? We good? Good. So what exactly happened to Geeta at the end? I mean, she got in a helicopter, the helicopter crashed, so I assume she died, but there was no kill confirmed. Kate survived that same helicopter crash, so it's possible Geeta survived it as well. I mean, Geeta was the whole reason Kate went in there in the first place. Kate disobeyed her father, risked her life, all to save Geeta. And then in the end, we have no idea if she actually survived or not. Also, there's a scene where the leader zombie digs into the queen zombie's stomach and pulls out a dead baby zombie. So do the undead in this world get pregnant? And if so, how exactly? That's going to require a lot of explanation. So apart from a few things here and there, it's a pretty decent film. It has a really interesting take on the whole smart zombie thing where you got different levels. At the top you got the really intelligent alpha zombies, and then you got like the running around kind of dumb brain dead zombies, and then horses, I guess. And by the way, why was that zombie horse so well behaved? Yeah, that's going to require some explaining as well. But that's what I think of Army of the Dead. What do you think of Army of the Dead? Let me know down below, and while you're there, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a suggestion if you don't mind.